many of you know life happens, right? Life happens. So, and life doesn't care whether or not you have degrees. I have 3 of them. It doesn't care whether you're certified. I'm certified through John Maxwell, Les Brown, and all the others. Life happens. And let me tell you, it doesn't make an appointment, it just does. I'm Lisa Yvette Jones, and I am the proud CCO, the Chief Caring Officer of I Care Leadership. Yes, I help professional women. I actually support them in maximizing their leadership influence while cultivating authentic relationships to empower care, and also while journeying with them on their self-care success. You know, back in 2009, it started off like any other year. You know how we do. January comes around, and we are going to practice all of those wonderful New Year's resolutions until the mid-January when they're all gone, right? Studies actually show that by mid-January, 80% of the people who start New Year's resolutions, they drop them. So then February comes, and then my mother had a tragic illness, but she had come through that. She has now gone on, and she's resting in heaven. But you know what? April came. And you know what, ladies? I then said, it's my birthday month. It's time for me to give myself that gift. You know that yearly appointment that we have, the one that we dread, the one where we have spotlights like this one right here, and we're in a very vulnerable position. That appointment, you know which one. But can you imagine having that appointment 4 different times by 4 different doctors in a span of 3.5 weeks? 2 of them gynecologic oncologists with 1 diagnosis. Ms. Jones, your surgery is scheduled for Monday. This was on a Wednesday. I said, surgery for what? I know I've had 2 biopsies, but no one's told me anything. And then I hear these words from a medical physician. Oh my God, those are not the words you say to me, okay? And I'm at work too. And I decided to call you on my lunch break just to see what was going on. What do you mean? Ms. Jones, you have been diagnosed with one of the most vicious growing cancers that a woman can have. Papillary serous carcinoma of the cervix. You have cervical cancer. And I guess because it was so vicious, we failed to tell you because we wanted to get you into surgery immediately. I said, doctor, I appreciate your diagnosis, but I need a little time. He said, time you don't have, because let me tell you, I have been doing this for 31 years, and for every person that I've seen who've had the surgery and they've waited too long and it attaches to their organs, then they die. I said, doctor, are you giving me a death sentence? He said, if you don't have that surgery by Monday, he said, I won't even open you up because it would have spread. I said, I need a second opinion. I got that second opinion, and guess what? That man called me into his office, and he said, all I need you to do is make a decision on who's going to do your surgery because it is already spreading. And then I said, you know what? I need time. I need time. They said, time you don't have. I took that time. Let me tell you, because at the end of the day, I had to go by my faith. I'm a woman of faith. And everything that I had ministered to other people, everything that I had said to them, everything that I told them, I had to look in the mirror and now minister to me. I had to turn all of that back to me. So I then, on the 3rd day, I fasted and I prayed. And on the 3rd day, I heard these words, you shall live and not die. And this is not unto death. And on those orders, I marched. I marched right back into those doctor's offices and said, well, I depended on you for my diagnosis, but I went to my chief physician for my prognosis, and he said that I should live and not die. The doctor said, you went over my head. I said, I went over all our heads. He said, I understand. I understand now. I said, I'm glad you do. So guess what? I'm not having that surgery in 4 days. I'm not having it in 7 days. But my son goes to camp, and my son is sitting back there. He goes to camp on June 29th. That was a month and a half after the doctors told me. Now, mind you, 2 death sentences if I didn't have it in 3 days, have that surgery in 3 days. I had that surgery June 29th, and I am still here. From cancer to courageous, I'm still here. Yes. But then, it baffled me because I said, what was it? How is it that this cancer could have been growing in my body? Because there was no history of cancer in my family. So it didn't make sense to my intelligent mind. Well, I was a heavy soy eater. So for those of you out there who do eat soy, well, that was just one of the things that contributed. But I said it had to be more, had to be more. So I did some research. And then I found that the studies show that, can you believe, over 50% of the cancers in the United States have an obesity-related link. There are 650 cases of obesity reported every year, and 450 of them are led by women. Ladies, this is not where I'm teaching ladies to lead. You don't want to lead in those numbers. So then I said I had to make a decision. As a leader, we make decisions all day long as it relates to all of our employees' lives and lives of people all around us, our customers and what have you. Well, at that time, I had to make a decision for myself. So I made a decision that I would release the weight. And I have released over 200 pounds. How do you like me now? Okay. What's my good side? Okay, moving right along. So you say, well, Lisa, how did you do that? I'm so glad you asked. Okay, and I'm going to go through this very quickly, but your time with me does not have to be quick. Okay, that time you can spend with me as your coach at LisaYvetteJones@gmail.com. You can contact me there, or 1-248-952-8122. You can contact me there, and I will journey with you and show you some of the things that I did. So what I want you to do right now is write the word success vertically down your paper, SUCCESS. SUCCESS. The first S in success is, of course, self-care, right? Because let me tell you, self-care for leaders is not selfish. It is not weak leadership. It is necessary. Your employees are depending on it. All the relationships that you have are depending on those things that you do to help care about yourself. I'm not telling you anything new. You heard several speakers say that already today. I'm not telling you to go to Sedona and sit there and hum. But if that works for you, do it. But whatever it takes for you to practice self-care is something that I want you to do. Okay, the U in success is update yourself on your numbers and understand them. Do you know how much you weigh? Do you know what your blood pressure is? Excellent. Do you know what your cholesterol levels are? Make sure you know them. I love this audience, but for those of you out there who do not know them, and do you know what your blood type is? Make sure you know this information, because let me tell you, it makes all the difference in the world. There was a study done not too long ago where it showed that 54% of Caucasian men are hypertensive. However, 75% of African American men are hypertensive. Men, we don't want you to lead in that area. Okay? Then for the women, 75% of African American women are hypertensive, while 40% of our Caucasian sisters are. Again, ladies, that's not somewhere where you want to lead. I'm going to go through these very quickly. The C in success is care. Cultivate that authentic relationship with you first. You owe it to yourself to care about yourself. And you owe it to all of those that are in your care. They really want to see that you are doing this, okay? The second C is calendar yourself. You heard Dr. Good say that earlier. Make sure that you're on your calendar. Earlier today, my clock went off for this event. It went off for other things that are going on, but make sure you calendar yourself, okay? I want to make sure you do that. The E in success. The E in success is lead by example. Lead by example. A leader knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way, says my mentor, John Maxwell. You know what? The power of suggestion is so strong. There are times when I'll just leave a banana on a corner of my desk. And do you know that people walk past and go, darn, Lisa, you know what? That's right. I should have an apple today, or I should have a banana. I should have fruit, all while they're eating some chips. I'm not here to judge you. All I'm here to do is to lead by example. And then that second S in success is shift. Noah Webster's Dictionary of 1828 says that a shift is just a slight change in the tendency or direction that you are going. What are some of those things that you need to do to shift? What are some of those things that you can do right now? Perhaps if you're drinking 4 cups of coffee, you may want to drink 3 cups and drink a bottled water. But it's those slight things that you will do to shift. And then the last S in success is start today. January 1st is gone, but you never have to let a January 1st pass, because your January 1st can be right here, right now, today. So start today in making sure that as a leader, knowing that self-care is not selfish, it is necessary. I am Lisa Yvette Jones. Thank you so very much.